Yo, what's up everybody? It's Danny. Long time no video, right? Right, so as a lot of you already know, I recently moved to my own place. So I got this place like bare bones, nothing inside. So I had to kit it with furniture. And so here I was, when I brought all my stuff here, got new furniture to come in. I'm supposed to put them together and everything, and went through my gears and I found out I do not have a full-size plier multi-tool. Can you believe that? I got those little tiny Leatherman ones, but not enough. So quick visit to Thomas Tools website. Of course, I was on a budget. Kitting a house is not cheap, right? So needed something that's relatively affordable, inexpensive, but works. So visit the Thomas Tools website. Click here, click there, and a couple days later, I ended up with this thing. It's a Bibury 21-in-1 multi-tool. So let's talk a bit about it, okay? So from first impression, this is what you get out of the box. The box is somewhere. There's nothing in there anymore. It's just this. So you get a very nice and very solid case. Along with it, you get spare wire cutters. More about that when I talk about the tool itself. You get a big kit, and you get 2 replaceable saw that you can actually stick on to the tool itself. All right, let's do this. So here's the tool itself. First impression, it's heavy, right? Did some research on it. The entire tool is made out of 3CR13 MOV stainless steel. The blade is 7CR13 MOV, I think, if I remember correctly. So it's inexpensive stainless steel. I guess, you know, that's what they chose to keep the cost down, to make the tool more affordable and accessible to a wider range of audience. You know, it works. If your budget is like this big, or your budget is that big, but you want a tool that you can beat up and not feel bad about it, you got it. It's not expensive, but it works, honestly. So the first thing that I was after is definitely a pliers, because I'm finding myself needing a pair of full-size pliers as per opposed to my this is the pliers that I had to work with before I got that. You believe that? God, it's so small. I can't do much with this. It's good for a compact carry, for those, you know, impromptu stuff that you need to do. At least you have a pliers. But on heavier stuff, that just doesn't cut it. You need something this big. Now, I'm not that much of a handyman. That's not a lot of things to do around the house. So unfortunately, I did not get to use every single tool that this thing has. But I relatively used a few of them, so let's talk about those. Those I can relate my experiences. The others, I'm sorry, I can't. You just get one and try it out, right? So here's the pliers. It has replaceable wire cutters. So you can see there's a screw right there, right? So if this thing gets dull or is beat up whatsoever, you just unscrew that, and they're thoughtful enough to give replacements. I've not tried it out. I mean, you know, the argument would be that if they already gave you replacement, they know they're gonna get messed up. Everything gets messed up, right? The fact that they gave that to you, like, gives you a head start, you know, instead of having to get one fresh. Alrighty, moving on to the other tools on this. It has a knife. Oh, sorry. This is the one of the serrated blades, I would guess. I wouldn't call it a saw, because the edges are different. That's a saw. That's not really a saw. You guys see? Right? So I would classify this more as a serrated blade. So you've got that serrated blade, and then you have got this thingamajiggy. It's a file. So there's the fine side and the coarser side of the file. Now I think that this bit is removable if I can actually figure out how to. There you go. So you can actually remove that and then put the saw in its place. There you go. Yep. Don't need the saw though, so I'll just put the file back in place. Do I need the file? I don't yet. I might. I don't know. Alright. And you've got the blade right there. It's also locking, so it won't go anywhere when you're using it. So to unlock it when you're done, just press this down and push it. Oh, right. That's interesting. It actually has a kind of like a double detent. I think not a detent. It has a stopper. So if you accidentally press this while you're working, it actually stops it. Now it takes a relatively good amount of force to actually push it all the way. That's cool, definitely. And you get the scissors. Now this is the thing that I had to figure out. See, when you deploy it and you push it this way, if you notice, the lock mechanism doesn't engage. So I thought it was a broken tool. No, it's not. It's a broken understanding of a very good tool. So all you have to do is like open this and push it some more, and you're all set, right? And these scissors are actually really sharp. Okay, I've cut quite a number of stuff with it. Basically packages in cardboard and snack packages, I guess. Yeah, so right after that, you just fold it over, same locking mechanism. So all 4 of the outer tools have locking mechanisms. Alrighty. Okay, then on this end you have got a bit tool. So you've got your bits right there. I can't even pull it out. Give me a second. See, you've got that. So you can fit this in. The way that it locks is it has a ball right there. So when it goes into the tool, try it again. All right. So it has that ball to keep it in place. The retention is not bad, but it's not that strong. But it's okay. It's not too bad, I guess. So if you're looking at this, you've got like oh, okay, I get it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 2, 14. So if you've got 14 more tools on the big kit and another 2 here, so you've got a total of 16 bits. Pretty cool. This locks too. See? So to disengage it, there's this button right here where you press it and then push this down. Sorry if I can't figure everything out. I've used this, but I've not had like a lot of experience with it. Not for all the tools, at least. They actually also incorporated rulers here, which I think is pretty nifty. You've got inches up top, if you've got centimeters in the bottom. It works in a pinch. There's another one here as well on the other side, right? Alright, then on this end you've got a whole bunch more other tools. Yeah, if I can actually figure out how to get them out. Okay, there. They all came out at the same time. They all want the spotlight. All right, so you've got a can opener which doubles up as a bottle opener, wire stripper, right there. And right there, you've got a. Let me see if I can actually deploy these without getting injured. Not looking forward to get cut. It's been a while. So you've got a small flat screwdriver right there. Another big flat screwdriver right there. You have a reamer, I think. This one. Got a reamer right there. Why do you have so many, what do you call this, screwdrivers? I mean, like, there's flatheads right here, so why do you need flatheads on the bits? Because sometimes you might accidentally leave this at home, and if you do, then you're stuck. But if you have this, then you could actually do what you need to do, right? And why flat? Of course, flats work for flats, and flats could also work for Phillips. That's in my experience. So might as well put something that works for both, right? So I think that's pretty much it. Right, so what do I think about it? One, I think it's heavy, right? But that's a given because it's a full-size multi-tool and it's made from stainless steel, so that's relatively heavier than the other stuff that I'm used to carrying. Plus, I carry compact, right? So most of the tools that I carry, like my knives, my multi-tools, are small and they're very light, right? So I almost never carry full-size multi-tools like this on a daily when I'm mobile. So the reason why I have this is so that I could have one to put in the house, so I could use it to do stuff around the house. I don't take this out with me. So it's all right for it being heavy, if in that sense. If you're someone like me and you're thinking about taking this out with you, it's going to be a wee bit challenging, I think, because the weight really adds to your carry. But if you're the kind that you're used to carrying heavy loadouts and stuff like that, what's the problem? There's no problem, right? So you've got that. The other thing that I've noticed is that the edges of the tool is a bit sharp. So using it for a long time, sometimes it kind of annoys me, especially if I'm, it's not so bad if you're using it in plier mode because the inner sides are actually rounded. So when you're gripping down on it like that, nothing really digs into your hands. But on the outsides, they are relatively angled. So, I mean, it's not something to cry about, but you can feel it and it gets annoying after gripping it for a long time. So I would imagine if you're using something like the knife, prolonged use and really hard grip, it's gonna hurt a little bit, right? So if you got gloves, you're fine, but bare hands, you're definitely gonna feel it. And the cutouts as well, right? You could get your skin or whatever stuck in it, because when I'm running my fingers, they do catch. But other than that, I mean, it's a superb tool. Yeah, it's made from budget materials, but as far as using them to do stuff around the house and stuff like that, it works. Right, so if you're looking for a tool and you're not willing to spend a high amount to get a Leatherman, if you're asking me this would be a good alternative, yeah, it's probably about a third of the price, right? So flaw to price and value, I think it's acceptable. It's acceptable. Would I recommend this to anybody? I would. but it depends, right? If it's someone who comes to me and says that, Danny, I want a full-size multi-tool with a gubbins of gadgets on it, right? But I don't have a lot of budget for it. What should I go for? Yeah, go for the Bibury. You know, it's good for how much it's worth or how much it's priced at, and you know, it works as a full-size multi-tool, right? But if you have a bigger budget, it's entirely up to you what you want to get. Right? But yeah, so there's the Bibury 21-in-1. Kind of looks a bit like the Leatherman Surge, I guess. If there is one to compare it with in the Leatherman series, I would compare it to the Surge. Other than, you know, so yeah, let me test this more, and if I find anything extra or any new information about it, I'll do another video. But otherwise, you know, it's not bad at all. Pretty impressed. All right. Nice seeing you guys again, by the way. So I hope I have more time to do more videos like this, but we'll see. All right, you guys take care, and big shout out to Thomas Tools for sending this to me at record time. Ordered it today, 2 days, it's with me already. And you know, also the courier service, I think it was Post Laju. Yeah, they did stuff very fast. I think it took 2 days to get from Penang to me. So yeah, you guys take care. Love you lots. Have a great one. Bye.